For me, there's no question that lithium is the prime metal in this sector. But the main focus that everybody has is the CO2 emissions, and everybody's trying to obviously get away from that and provide a solution for the emissions. So the shift has happened. It's been a long time coming, from the mid-2000s to today, but to now, essentially what has happened is that the economies of scale has made the product a lot more available to us as either electric vehicles or applications in the computers or cell phones. There's no question that supply is going to follow demand here, and today supply is, it's not where it should be. So I believe that lithium space has a lot of room to grow and a lot of room to cover. In my mind, I break it out in 4 pieces. One, the electric vehicles. Within the electric vehicles, you're going to find different types of vehicles for sure. You can find the hybrids, the plug-in hybrids, and the full electric vehicles. The second part, which some people talk about, is the energy storage. Energy storage, in my mind, it has the biggest catalyst going forward after the electric vehicles. Because when you're talking about a 1 megawatt plant, 2 megawatt, 3 megawatt, 5 megawatts, then you can see the amount of lithium being used in each of these products. Now, when is that going to hit? I'm not sure, because the technology is still not there. Another one that's very important, but it's not associated with North America and the Americas, is the e-bikes. Little motorcycles in China. There's roughly 200 million motorcycles in China. And there's about 20 to 30 million a year coming out in the market. Now, that market is led by the acid batteries, lead acid batteries. 80%, I think it is. That market, there's a view that that market is going to be essentially moving into lithium. And then you got the boring, old, what I would say, the typical demand side, which will be our phones, our watches, the medical equipment, all kinds of other, just the typical ones. That is a non-sexy one, but that's still going to grow 3 to 5% CAGR per year for the next 10 to 15 years. So today, it's 80% of the demand. 150,000 tons of LLC, a lithium carbonate equivalent today, that's going to go to 250, 225,000 in 10 years. Just that is huge. The supply, one of the sources is going to be brine. The brine lakes and salars, and the majority of them are in the Puna Plateau in Argentina, Bolivia, and Chile. And then you got the hard rock producers. It's not about making the wrong or right decisions. It's just about, essentially, we found the right asset. I think that this asset makes it a lot easier. When you have the right asset, all decisions are pretty clear in terms of how you want to go. And we also have experience. The majority of our team has done it before when they were at Lithium Americas. And that helps a lot. You make mistakes at the beginning, and now you know what to do and what not to do, especially when you're public. We started as a private company, and we thought that was the way to go for a period of time, but when we understood where the asset was and how important this asset was for the industry, and obviously it had that potential, there was no way that we could finance that internally as a private company, so we had to take that next step and go public. It's just a matter of having the right people and the right asset. I think that one of the biggest things is be patient. When you're private, you can move a lot more. You can move faster than when you're public, because when you're public, you need to demonstrate certain things before you jump into another. That we need to be patient. We need to make sure that we're making the right decisions in terms of how we want to progress this project going forward. That's the main. I think the main concern that I have as a CFO is that we grow according to what we have. We don't go too fast. Sometimes there are people that say, you'd rather be lucky than good. But in this case, I think you got to be good to be lucky, because you got to be at the right place at the right time. You have to understand lithium to know what you've got. And our technical team definitely has that.